Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! What's going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Another boring day in crypto land, man. Bitcoin still going sideways. Ethereum still going sideways. Everything still going sideways. But I think we're gonna see some volatility coming up here soon. Let's not waste any time, man. What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Midweek reversal day. You know, are we gonna see some volatility today? I think we are. Or at least within the next couple days. We know we have the big meeting coming up on Friday. Will we see a move today, tomorrow, to set us up for Friday? Let's talk about it, man. Let's freaking talk about it. What's going on, John? Mike, yo! What's going on, guys? You told me to not say yo in the morning, but hey, I'm my own person. I do what I want to do on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'll come on here and I will say yo if I want to. What's going on, Dan? Good morning, man. Good morning. So my first coffee today, guys, I had chocolate soy milk. Chocolate soy milk because I am a soy boy. Coffee number 2, drinking it black. So we got the best of both worlds going on here. If you use creamer, you are still behind the 8 ball, by the way. You're still behind the 8 ball. Just want to put that out there. Just want to put that out there real quick. All right, let's jump on to the video. So, what is Bitcoin doing, man? What's Bitcoin? Thank you for being on time. What's Bitcoin doing? Well, this is the 15-minute chart, guys. You see we're just kind of staying in this triangle, per se. And it's not so much looking at this as a pattern to tell us which direction we're going. Basically, just to give us the basic support resistance to see where Bitcoin is, right? I mean, let's be honest. It's just coming up with support. 1, 2, 3. Okay, coming down in resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that the price action is getting tight. And we love tight things on this channel, man. We like tight patterns because that means volatility should, keyword, should be coming relatively soon coming up here, man. He's going for them juicy Sam Bankman-Booba. Yes. Sam Bankman-Fried probably has massive boobs. No? I'm sure he does. I don't know. I get that vibe from his hair. Something tells me he has massive boobs. Anyways, let's continue on here. So, 15-minute time frame, guys. We're getting tight. We're getting dirty. We're getting super dirty in here. Now, let's look at this poll real quick. We said, what comes first for Bitcoin? I want to see what you guys think first. And I'll tell you guys, still nothing's changed in my view. What comes first for Bitcoin? 53% of you guys said 22K. 47% said 20K. So the majority, a little bit more than a majority, thinks 22K first. And I would agree. I would still agree with that sentiment. Nothing has changed in my personal opinion. I do think that we break this to the upside. Or even if we break down, I'm still expecting a move up before another leg to the downside. Okay? Nothing's changed in my opinion. If we go to the 1 hour time frame, we're still just locked in this range between 22,500 and 22,800, right? We're just going up, down, up, down, up, down in this range. Still, nothing has changed, but I like a few things on the shorter term time frames here, guys. If we go to the hourly time frame, you can see right here, inside this little symmetrical triangle here, looks like we did create a little bit of a W pattern, and it looks like we're trying to hold that as support, just for a quick back test. So you see this little W formation on the hourly, 1, 2, second hit to the downside rise, and what did we do? We basically came back down, retested the juicy neckline. You see that juicy neckline right there? We came back up, retested it, had a little wick to the 50, which is even better. You find more support there. And let's see if that has enough juice for that W pattern to push us back up to the upside here. So far, that hasn't really been playing out. We keep getting rejected here at 22.6. But nothing's changed, man. Nothing has changed. We discussed Sam's booba this morning. So proud. Nice, dude. Nice. Is it just me, or does it seem like you have big boobs? I don't know, man. Oh, man, I love coffee, man. It's delicious, especially on boring days like this. All right, so Bitcoin's still trying to hold there. All is good in the world unless that breaks here in the short term. I'm going to get rid of this falling wedge because that already played out, right? And quite frank, I'll show you guys something here in just a quick second. If we go over to BTC here, let's go to BTC here. Actually, first, Ethereum might be giving us a little bit of a clue on what our next move is. We know this symmetrical triangle right here, right? Or not the symmetrical triangle, this rising wedge, we know broke to the downside nicely. Respect the wedge formations. Do not neglect the wedge formations. They will usually come back and bite you in the ass if you neglect the wedge formation, all right? Looks like ETH, at the moment, this one's a little bit more shady. I mean, it depends on how you want to draw this, but looks like you might be having a little bit of another wedge formation. Wedge. Rising wedges break to the downside 68% of the time. I'm convinced it's more than that. But nevertheless, you got to give this the benefit of the doubt. And if ETH is in a rising wedge, what does that say about Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin's a little bit more unclear here in the short term. Does that mean Bitcoin has to get maybe a little bit, another dump back down to the bottom here, right? For ETH to do something like this, come back down to the bottom, break this wedge, try to make a higher low before coming back up to the upside. That could be the case. And Ethereum could give us the clue on what we expect the immediate short term, move for Bitcoin here is. Right? So take that for what you will. I am not going to neglect the wedge formation, my friend. All right. Let's go to the daily. Jumper said, who's selling all this Bitcoin? If the whale wallets on the exchange just move wallets off the exchange, does that affect price without buying? If the whale wallets on the exchange just move wallets off the exchange, does that affect price without buying? No. No. They're just moving into their wallet. So they're not selling any BTC, you know what I mean? Who's selling this Bitcoin? Well, we don't know, right? We have no idea. So we didn't know Tesla sold before they announced it. We don't know who's selling behind the scenes. But clearly, if the price is coming down, people are selling or shorting the shit out of BTC, right? All right, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. And this is interesting. This is interesting here. So this is I'm actually going to bring up the Bollinger Bands real quick on the 4 hour time frame, and you can see that the 4 hour Bollinger Bands are getting super tight, and that's why the title of the stream is Volatility is Coming, man. I know it's boring right now. I know we want to pluck all the hairs out of our head, but it's times like this to get prepared because volatility is coming back into the market. You look at the Bollinger Bands. Look how tight, look how dirty that the 4-hour Bollinger Bands are. When they get this tight and this constricted like this, expect a big move. Okay, now it's not going to give you the direction, but it's going to give you a move. Now, so this is how tight the Bollinger Bands are. I also have this, which basically just tells you how tight the Bollinger Bands are down here, which is the BBWP. Basically just tells you how tight the Bollinger Bands are. So right here, you can see how flatlined we are. Look at how tight they've been for this long. This is actually some of the longest time that we've had the 4-hour Bollinger Bands just smacked at the bottom, which means we haven't seen any price action, which means it's just been boring as hell in a tight freaking range that we want Bitcoin to get out of, right? Super, super tight. Super, 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 super tight. So you should expect to move relatively soon. Now, I went back in this, and this is why it's a little bit of an interesting time because you got the 4-hour stock RSI topped out, which you would expect it to be reset at some point here soon. But I went back in the past, and I try to find some other times where you've had like a flat line on the 4-hour Bollinger Bands. And also look at when the stock RSI is topped out to see, you know, does it mean that we're going to see a dump, right? Is the volatility going to be to the downside? Let's go look at this, right? I went back in the past and I looked at when this has been bottomed and the stock RSI has been topped, all right? Just to be like, because it's confusing, right? You would expect a dump if the stock RSI is topped out. Well, I went back in the past and looked. What you actually notice is you actually saw massive scam pumps to the upside. And this kind of supports my theory of I think Bitcoin's going to 22,400 and then getting smacked right back down to the downside. This is my personal opinion. You can hate me for it. I don't care. I don't really have any haters. You know, I don't have any haters, man. By the way, do you guys see BitBoy on Twitter? He's going nuts on Twitter, man. Absolutely nuts. It's like, dude, BitBoy, if you listen to this, man, stop listening to the trolls. Everyone's going to have trolls, man. Stop reacting to it, man. It's not that big of a deal. Life's too short for that. Anyways, let's besides that point, I went back in the past and looked at the times you've had this. So 4-hour stock RSI, all the way back in June was the last time you saw something like this, where you guys see the Bollinger Bands were tight, 4-hour stock RSI was topped out. Okay, what did we get after that? 4-hour Bollinger Bands were tight. 4-hour RSI was topped out. Look at the times you got. You got fake little scam pumps. Look at the scam pump. Boop. But then you dumped. Look at right here. Scam pump. Doop. And then you dumped. Okay? So those are 2 times. There was one other time that I found something like this. Let's go back up here. Where was it? Where was that other time? The other time was right here. And it was the same thing. It was literally the same thing. And this one was actually more of a dump. Right here. Right? But this was Bollinger Bands were tight, right? 4-hour stock RSI was topped out. What'd you get? Boop, boop. Scam pump, dump. Okay, so I mean, dude, you could probably go back in time and look more, but I just looked at the past 3 times. In the past 3 times, you saw a scam pump. I guess I wouldn't say it's a scam pump. I guess that's a little bit too egregious, man. You saw a little bit of a rally to the upside just to get Doge bonked right back to the downside. And that's kind of what I expect to happen here, you know? Especially with the stock markets losing important support levels, DXY coming back to the upside. That whole thesis before that we had that, you know, the DXY breaking trend, stock market breaking out, that kind of got thrown out the window real quick, right? So, you know, right now, still what I'm expecting if we get rid of this, I am expecting a move relatively soon here. Let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of the Bollinger Bands here. And let's bring these back down. So I am expecting a move relatively soon, okay, to the upside. I still am. You know, no matter what the short-term price action is, whether we dump back down to the bottom again and come back up, still expecting a move to the upside, hopefully before Friday. And the level I'm looking at is 22,400. The reason why 22,400, well, we have the previous support looking left. We have the 200 EMA coming down sharp. Probably going to meet you right at that point, okay? So if the price does come up, like, comes up here, I'm expecting this to come down, get smacked, boop, Doge bonked right to the downside, all right? So watch out for 22.4. That's still the level I'm looking for. But ultimately, from there, We'll take it from there. No more boops. Sorry, no more boops. No more boops. I know you guys dogs like go nuts when I go boop. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. That was quick. I told you guys no more boops, and I do it right. I do it again right after that. All right, let's see. Chief, you look good today. You finally upped up production quality. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dan, you're the only person who told me that. I appreciate that, my friend. Dan, where you been, my man? You been on vacation or something? I missed you in here. Okay. When moon. Someone made a funny joke the other day. When lamb. You know what I'm saying? When lamb. All right. So right now, BTC still just chilling, guys. I mean, there's not much to talk about in the shorter term time frames until Bitcoin makes the move. Right now, we are really just waiting for that move, man. We're really just waiting for that move. And like I said, I think ETH is giving us a little bit of a clue on what maybe the short term says, which maybe a move back to the downside from a rising wedge would not surprise me before another move. I know that's boring, which means we probably stay in this range for, you know, at least a couple more hours, you know, which sucks, man. You know, but it is what it is. You got to have patience and let these things play out. They can take forever to play out. You know what I mean? When ground, man. When ground. All right, guys. So we got here. What do we got? Let's go take a few different things here. So the other thing that I have is, what was it? The daily time frame. I mean, if you go to the daily time frame, man, I mean, it's kind of give us the same thing, right? Daily stocks are bottomed out. Wouldn't be surprised to get a little bit of a move to the upside here, right? A bada bing, bada boom, 22.4. Retest this level, okay? Reset the reset the daily stock RSI a little bit, just to maybe have more room to come back down to the downside. If I'm going to be honest, right? That's what the charts are showing me, right? M formation, back test of the M formation, Doge bonked. Now, how low do we go after that? I don't know. We'll talk about it when the time comes. But the daily's still looking like that. They're defending this support. Look at this wick, right? You hit the support, bought right back up, bought right back up, bought right back up, come back down, bought right back up. So you can see that they want to hold this as support, okay? You can see that this is a major level that they're trying to hold, okay? Another reason, I mean, it's very small, but another reason why you just keep getting these big wicks to the upside, that I do think they're going to eventually, after they bore us out, after they make everyone go away, okay, after they wick all the traders out, right, they bring it back down this time, right, people, the longers go, oh, we're going to go to the upside. They come back down, liquidate them, hit their stop losses, come back up again, okay? They say, oh, we're going to go to the upside. Come right back down, hit their stop losses, bring it up again. Eventually, they're going to pop it, in my opinion. It's just a matter of when are they going to pop it? Well, I guess we don't know. But we patiently wait, and we just let the move happen, okay? Let the move happen. Patience. I realize that when I don't let the market come to me, and I try to get ahead of things, and I don't just look at the chart, respect what it's telling me, okay? Let it play out. Have patience and let it play out. Don't let the little 15-minute hourly candles dictate what you think that the bigger picture is going to be and go from there. You just let it play out, man. And that's why I say 22.4 before getting Doge bonked. Patience, I want to be a billionaire now. Don't we all? Don't we freaking all want to be a millionaire, man? All right, let me end this poll real quick. So 52% said 22K. They are expecting first, okay? Bitcoin looks like it's trying to come back up to the top of this again. Does it have enough juice to break this right now? I mean, I think that's the question that we're all waiting for. Does it have enough juice? Patience, my friends. It will, in my opinion, break to the upside there. If I'm wrong, you guys can attack me and do what you want to do. I'm not going to be a soy boy about it, but I'm just going to let it do the talking, man. Let's see. Powell talk on Friday, no pump. Oh, I think if it's going to pump, it's going to be before Friday. I think it's either going to be today or it's going to be on tomorrow. Friday, expect some volatility, man. I mean, we don't have a rate hike or anything like that coming out on Friday. But what this dude talks about shit and stuff happens, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I would expect with the volatility as low as it is right now, I would expect some volatility to come in the rest of this week for sure, for sure. And right now we're just waiting, man. Right now we are just patiently waiting. And you guys might be saying, all right, Jordan, why do you think that, we're going to get a pump to 22.4 and then dump? Well, the reason why I think that is a couple different reasons. If we go to say, the daily chart, I mean, what you guys know about me is I'm not going to get carried away in a pump. So if this gets to 22.4, what do I always look for? Okay. What do I always look for? Well, I look for a W pattern. So even if it moves up, which I do think it will, to take these vector candles up here, right? 4-hour time frame. Look at this juicy vector candle right here. You see this juicy 4-hour vector candle right here? They have liquidity to come back up here and take. Okay? They have this. I don't think they're just going to leave that up there. They might. I mean, you never know, especially if you get bad news. But, I do think they're going to come take this liquidity up here for the short term. 1-hour time frame, same thing. They got liquidity up here to come take. This massive candle here, these two massive candles here. They got the money they want, if they want to come back up here and liquidate all these late shorters, okay? Because people love the people love the shade. People love the short late and long late, right? So I think they come back up and take that. But the reason why I think we're going to come back down is even if you think this is going to be the second leg to the downside, the bottom of the downside, which I'm not convinced of. I do think 19,200 is still in the play here as far as a downside target. But the reason why I think short term is I'm going to look for a W pattern either way, right? A rise up, rise down. Even if you think that's the second leg downside, I'm going to be expecting a second leg down, okay? So take it for what you will. We will see what happens here, but it's an interesting point. We are at an interesting point that, everyone's trying to guess, everyone's trying to guess, and we'll see, man. I see people calling for the bottom. I see people calling for more downside. It's all a guess at this point, man. You know what I mean? Scam wick seems reasonable. A scam wick? Oh, dude, I'm expecting a spam pump. Spam pump. Like the fake meat. Spam pump, and then more downside. Let me see here, man. What do you guys say in the chat? Hit that like button. Yeah, guys, smack up that like button if you're watching. For all the members in the stream. Anyone who's not a member, thanks for hanging out and watching. I will see you guys in the chat tonight. Thank you guys for just hanging out and watching on this beautiful Wednesday morning here. It's actually a pretty beautiful day outside. It's been cloudy the last few days. I'm not going to lie. I've been actually enjoying the cloudy weather. I am not going to lie because it's been hot as shit this summer. And, the high 70s, low 80s have been beautiful. But, yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to be today. I think it's supposed to be 80s today. And it's doing the same exact thing we dumped from 28K to 20K in June. Facts. I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Yeah, if you look at what we did back there, we did get that pump up before we dumped. Right? We came back down to the support. We got that little scam pump, and then we dumped right back down. Do we do a massive move like this? We'll find out, right? At some point, it's going to keep creating these bear flags, and it's not going to play out because everyone's going to expect the same thing to happen. Which, we talked about this before, guys. I mean, if we want to look at this as a bear flag still, which you still have to, right? We can't just ignore that that's on the chart. Now, some people argue it's getting too long to be a bear flag. I think it's still valid up to this point. Like, if it comes back up to the top side again, I think it might be time to be saying, all right, this might be getting too long, okay? But at the moment, man, I mean, you could still look at this as this, right? Bring this down like this, measure move. It puts you at that 14K level that everyone's talking about, okay? 14K is a massive level in the chart. You can't just ignore that, and I will stay relatively realistic and say that this I wouldn't say this is terribly unrealistic to expect a move like this. Okay, be prepared for anything. Be prepared for anything, right? Anything can happen, right? I would not be surprised, guys. I would be surprised at anything BTC does from here on out. If Bitcoin wants to bottom out somewhere in this region here and create a double bottom like it did in 2018 to go back to the upside, I would not be surprised. Okay, if Bitcoin wants to hit this measure move to 14K out of that bear flag, I would not be surprised whatsoever. 14K is a massive level for many different reasons. Okay, it's the top of this 2019 little pump, right? You still got this yellow vector. This freaking truck, man! Every time I stream, it doesn't happen the whole morning, and then truck goes dun dun dun. Guy needs to take the keys out of his pocket, man. Either he has a huge ass and he sits on his keys, or he's just so dumb that he just doesn't take the keys out of his pocket every single day. Dude, you annoy everyone on the street. Shut off your damn car, man. Holy moly. Thank you. It's going to happen again. Wait like 20 minutes. It's going to go off again. 14K is the previous 2019 high, and it's this yellow vector candle in the weekly. The last yellow vector candle in the weekly that we have to take, actually. You could argue this one here at 3K. I mean, at 6K. Don't just ignore that one for now. Okay, we'll talk about that if we get closer to that. But the last one that's relatively in range or in sight at the moment is for the 14K one, right? So, you know, obviously it's a big level that everyone's talking about, right? I didn't hear it. You know it's Jabba? Yeah, you know it's Jabba, man. You know it's Jabba. You know it's Jabba, man. All right. So, anyways, besides that, man, I mean, we're really just watching for these moves. If we want to go over to ETH, like we said, ETH is still in this rising wedge. You got to respect the rising wedge, man. You got to respect the rising wedge. I'm expecting a move to the downside before a move up, okay, for Ethereum at least, which, I mean, does that give us a clue for Bitcoin? Probably. My target for ETH, if you were looking to short this, you know, you guys do what you want to do. My favorite patterns to trade, and I've actually just been literally trading these recently, is wedge formations. Any time frame, right? I'll trade 5-minute wedges. I'll trade hourly wedges. Doesn't matter to me. Those are the ones that I've been trading. You know, you guys do what you want to do. The first target, I would probably take TP on this 200 EMA because these wedges don't always hit their targets, and then I'd probably take TP at this previous low for ETH. If I was to short, I probably would have entered my short up here if I was going to do it. So I wouldn't enter now, but if it does come back up here, finds rejection here again, that might be the point where I go in. Okay, if I wouldn't enter at the moment though. I think you missed the move. You missed the majority of the move if you're trying to get in now. Bitcoin's not as clear. There's not really too much going on for BTC at the moment, man. Bro, I'm a truck driver. I watch you while I work. Not go. Frank, is that you outside, man? Is that you making that car outside, man? By the way, we had, who was it? Jumper. Oh, no, Jumper already said that. Appreciate that super chat earlier, man. And then Elliot said, Jordan, where are you accumulating for your long-term holdbacks? Long-term holdbacks? I've accumulated the shit out of this range, man. Like, dude, I've bought in when Bitcoin hit the 200 SMA, okay? I've bought in when Bitcoin got the high cycle bottom flash. Okay, so basically we can go over my buys. So basically I bought, you know, this is BTC and ETH. Whenever BTC hits a major level, that's when I buy BTC and ETH. Okay, so I bought at 22,300. I told you guys that was the biggest buy I've ever done in my crypto career, just because based off previous history. We dropped below it, still confident in that as a long-term buy. I bought at the Pi Cycle bottom flash, which is right here. So I think it was, I was kind of precursing that. So I think I bought at the close of this candle here. I think it was like 19.3. And then I actually just bought a couple days ago when we got the buy signal and the hash ribbons. Whenever we get these major indicators flash, I'm going to pick some up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to time the bottom here, guys. I'm not. I've tried to done that in the past, and it's bit me in the ass. Okay? AKA 2018, you know, I could have accumulated way more at 3K, but no, I listened to Tone Vase calling for 1K the whole time, man. You know what I mean? Tone Vase, 1K. I was a noob back then, relatively. Calling for 1K. I scoop a little bit up, not as much as I probably would have wanted to, and yeah, the rest is history there. So, buy signal right here. Okay? And like I said, it reminds me a lot right now when people are calling for like freaking 6K, 10K. Reminds me of that time. But yeah, the buy signal flash here. I did pick some up on that dump there. So I mean, listen, dude. Like, it is what it is. To me, I like to buy when I see the major signals. From here on out, 19.3. I'll pick some more up at 19.3 right here. I mean, if we stay in this range for months, I'll DCA every week or so. But, 19.3, that's probably where I'll put my next relatively decent buy, because that's the weekly closes. If we don't get there, it is what it is, man. I mean, it is what it is at this point. This whole year has been great for accumulating. I would generally agree, especially recently, Let's see. Chance the Fed wants to pump the brakes on the DXY before it comes to liquidity issue? I don't know, man. We'll find out in September, man. We have a lot of huge things coming out in September, right? We'll see the next CPI print. We have the next rate hike coming up. We should see, I wouldn't say clarity in September, but, the direction the Fed wants to go, which I think is good. We have a little bit of time to wait till then, but we should see at least a little bit of where the Fed wants to move the market, hopefully within the next month or so, which is nice, At least some clarity. Jordan, but you didn't FOMO the breakout. I'm not gonna FOMO. I'm not gonna go near. Man. Like, listen, I'm still expecting the Bitcoin to come back down here a little bit. Maybe not. I'm not expecting new lows below 17.6 unless the Fed just like crushes our hopes here. So I'm going to wait a little bit on some alts here, at least for the short term. If I miss out, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to stress about it. Man. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, guys, while we wait for BTC and ETH to do anything, man. Because right now they're just chilling like damn villains. Are any altcoins doing anything today? They're all down. They're all following BTC. They're all down like 1.5% or so. They're not really doing too much as far as alts go. Rodney, nice, man. What year did I buy my first cryptocurrency? 2017, man. 2017. Like I said, I'm not an OG. I'm not like a freaking. I got in at a top just like you guys did, just a little bit earlier. You know what I mean? We're just forming the W pattern you've been looking for. Exactly. It's the long-term W pattern. I want to crush a little bit of this. I keep hearing this it's kind of BS, man. I keep hearing this bullshit that, you gotta wait. The halving's till 2024. Bitcoin's not going to go up till 2024. I want to crush this BS a little bit because I keep hearing this narrative being pushed, and it's just completely false. But, people say, oh, look back at the previous bear markets. Bitcoin didn't go up until at the halving. No. Can we crush that narrative real quick? Because I hate that narrative so freaking much, man. I cannot stand that narrative. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Now, maybe it takes that long this time because, recession, other outside factors. But if we're comparing to last bear markets, it pisses me off when people say, oh. Chill, man. Chill. All right? I guess you guys could probably tell me to chill. When historically has Bitcoin started to rise after a bear market? Okay? Because it's one of the biggest misconceptions ever, man. All right? So let's do this. Let's do this. So Bitcoin typically hits its lows a year from the highs. Okay? Listen, it's not going to be apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Okay? That would put November of 2022. But when does Bitcoin usually start rising? That's the question we're all waiting for. And the real answer to that is a year after the top. Okay? Now, it's not this parabolic growth, but Bitcoin usually starts rising after it bottoms. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but if you look back at the past, all right, and look at what's happened in the previous bear markets. These are the last two bear markets, man. Okay. Now I know you can't compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. But let's just stick out what we have. Bitcoin from its bottom usually gets pretty significant growth after it bottoms until the next halving event. People like to, you're not going to see gains until the next halving. Shut the hell up, man. Shut the heck up. What are you basing that off of? Okay? You're just basing that off of what you think is going to happen. Okay? Not based off what's happened in the past. So this is basically the 2018 bear market. From the 2018 bear market to the halving, You saw Bitcoin do a 3x, okay? Now think about that for a second. You might be saying a 3x is nothing. A 3x is nothing. A 3x is nothing. Well, come at me in 2024. See where altcoins are, okay? I will tell you that. Bitcoin did a 3x in 2019 from the lows, okay? If you don't believe me, just look at this. I'm not going to make shit up, man. There it is. 3x. 10K to 30K. There you go, man. That would be the equivalent. Or 3K to right around 10K would be the equivalent, okay? That's what Bitcoin did last time. From in 20... I mean, you could technically say that this went sideways for like 6 months, but it still was going up, okay? It still was going up a year after it bottomed out, okay? And this is 2018. Yes, you had little wicks. Who cares about wicks, man? You still made higher lows. You still were on an upward trajectory until the halving event, okay? This would be the equivalent like 13K to 30K. Would you be happy with 13K to 30K for BTC? Abso-freaking-lutely. You're still almost talking about a 3x. Not quite. Get 2.5. But I'd take that. I'd take that all day. Okay? I would take that all day. This misconception that Bitcoin doesn't go up until the next halving. No. People know about the halving. Which means it's always front run. You know what I mean? Stop this stupid narrative. I hate that narrative so much, man. Hate that narrative. Pisses me off, man. And that's why, if I'm going to be honest, you know, who knows what happens the next couple months. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what the short-term moves is. Anyone that's telling you they know what the short-term moves are, they have no clue. Zero clue. Zilch. By the way, Bitcoin's coming up and testing the top here, right? Testing the top right here, by the way. I have no idea what's going to happen in August, September, October, November, December. But going into 2023, I'm actually very optimistic. I'm very optimistic. And, you know, I will say this. At some point, Bitcoin's going to bottom, whether it's at 17K, whether it's at 14K, whether it's 10K. But I'll tell you right now, I do think from whenever Bitcoin bottoms, which I expect to be in 2022, sometime in 2022, I have no idea when, but I'm expecting it to be sometime in 2022, and I'm expecting from 2022 to 2024 to be a good growth period for Bitcoin. That's what it's done in the past, okay? So if you want to wait till the next halving, good luck to you. Good luck to you. That's all I'll say. People are friggin' spoiled. 3x on any investment is massive. Facts. People just look at, oh, I want the parabolic action. They don't look at what's happened in the past. Because I keep hearing this shit on Twitter like, oh, it's going to be 2024, 2025 until you see any gains. No, that's not what's happened based off the past. All right? God, man. Anyways, I guess I'm off that. Let me know my rant score, man. Listen, I'm tired of that narrative. And I used to say that too. But I went back and I looked the other day and I'm like, dude, Bitcoin has massive gains before, right? I mean, a lot of people like to say, all right, well, Bitcoin went back to 3K in 2019 and 2020. The only reason it did that is because you had a pandemic, man. If that pandemic never happened, you would have saw the low, okay? And you would have actually counted this as the start of the bull market. Because the issue with people right now, let's go to where's my weekly chart? The issue with people right now is they like to say, all right, the bull market started right here. No, the bull market really started a year after the lows, man. Really, if you look, Bitcoin actually started going parabolic right here. The only reason you had this dip is because of the pandemic. You probably would have done something like this. Like I said, you would have probably went up, a pullback, and then just rounded out and went to the moon, okay? If the pandemic never happened. So the bull market really started here, and it really was just a big parabolic run a year after the top, okay? And you could argue it was the same thing in 2014, man. I know I'm sort of ranting right now, but it's facts. You bottomed a year after the top, right here, boom, boom, 1 year after the top. When did the bull market really start? Right here, okay? And even if you bought right here, okay, in theory, you'd be buying at like $200. When was that? January? A year later, where would Bitcoin be? Where would Bitcoin be a year later? $400. So you're talking about like a 2.5x a year later. What else? What more do you want, man? What kind of market do we live in that people won't be happy with that? Okay, so you guys take it what you want to do. I'm just going to keep accumulating at massive levels. Once again, I'll see you in 2024, which I expect Bitcoin to be around, I told you guys, I expect Bitcoin to be around 30, 35K in 2024. If you're not happy with that, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Rant alert.
It's as simple as that. The next cycle is going to be better than this one. I'm not going to get too carried away on the next top. Okay, we'll talk about that as the time goes on. I think the next top for BTC is actually going to be lower again, which people expect. It's still going to be massive. Like, it's still going to be a good run. I'm expecting somewhere between 90 and 100K. Okay, that's my very, very early guess. Depending on, I think it depends on the macro view. Like, if they're just printing money again, like crazy, and if Bitcoin drops like 10K, it's going to create some massive FOMO. We could see higher. I'm going to stay relatively pessimistic on the next high. Okay, 90K, 100K, somewhere around there. Anyways, I'm just kind of ranting because Bitcoin's being boring here in the short term. But you guys like my long-term rants, man? I enjoy ranting about the long term. Let's see. This is a 5-year cycle. What was it in April 2012? This is a 5-year cycle. It could be. It could be, man. Let's see. Let's see. Damn, I have... Damn, that's crazy, bro. Anyways, Bitcoin's trying to break out. Ethereum, 1654 for ETH at the moment. Right now. So 1654. 21493 for Bitcoin. And, like we said, 1654 for ETH. What are we waiting for here, man? What are we waiting for? Bear said, long-term, no worries. Feels good to accumulate here. Facts. Just keep accumulating long-term, man. Chill out. Do some como sa. Do some wah-wah-wah. Do some choo-choo-choo. Okay? Chill. And then we go back to BTC and it's not doing anything. Can BTC break out here, though? Let's see. Let's see. The trend line's probably a little bit more like this. Like that right there. And like that right there. But nevertheless, let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see what happens. Bitcoin trying to break out? Trying to break out here. Let's see what happens here, guys. Don't tell me. Traditional markets get ecstatic over 3 to 7%. That's a normal half day in crypto. Facts. Absolute facts. All right. Let's see. All right, Bitcoin's breaking to the upside. Let's see what we got. Come on, BTC. Give it to me, boy. Come on. Come on, BT Sizzle. Don't be wicking me, man. Don't be wicking me. Let's see if ETH can break out here. ETH is right at the top of the wedge. Let's see ETH. If ETH can break this wedge to the upside, that's going to be very, very good. Very, very good, man. Very, very freaking good. Let's see what we got here, man. Pump. Pump it. Come on. Come on, man. Traditional markets get ecstatic over 3 to 7%. That's a normal half day in crypto. Facts. Come on, B. Come on, ETC. Come on, ETH. Big bid at 21K. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Happy Wednesday morning, by the way, guys. Happy Wednesday morning. What is Matic doing now? Matic. What is Matic doing? Let's see Matic. So Matic is... Let's see Matic. Matic. Where's Matic? Come on, where are you? There it is. So Matic... so Matic broke down from this wedge we were looking at. This is the 15-minute chart. Let me go to the 1 hour. So Matic broke down from this wedge. Bada bing, bada boom. Another wedge hits the dust. You're now coming back up. I would say Matic has a good chance to break to the upside here. Just be careful. Doesn't mean it's going to be a sustained move. You sort of got this upwards channel coming up like this. See this upwards channel? And then you got this red vector right here. Okay? You see this red vector? You got this red vector to the upside. Right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Do you come up and take that red vector candle right here? There's probably a good chance. There's probably a good chance here. I would say be careful because you're still in this like bear flag. See this bear flag? Down, up, down, up, down. Be very, very, very careful here on what happens next. All right, for Matic. But I would say, Bitcoin's breaking out, trying to break out. ETH, still finding resistance on the top of that wedge, man. Be careful right there. Right? Be careful right here. Because this could be the point where you get rejected and then that smashes you back down to the downside. Stock markets look like they're coming up, though. Right? You get the S&P 500 futures. Looks like they're trying to pop back up to the upside. Right here. Okay? I would say this, though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually fill this daily gap. You see this daily gap right here? See this daily gap? Right there? Daily gap there. Don't be surprised if they actually bring up the stock market, try to fill this daily gap right here. All right? Do not be surprised if they try to fill that daily gap. All right? DXY also bouncing back to the upside. Yesterday, everyone was going like, oh, the DXY is topped out. Chill. Let it play out. Looks like that 1 hour is trying to double top too, but let it play out, right? Don't get too carried away on this just yet, okay? Yes, it's coming back up today. We'll see if this happens. I'm still expecting the DXY to come up a little bit higher here, even though a lot of people are calling for some type of double top formation. To be fair, a lot of people were calling for a double top right here too. You had the bearish divergence, but it didn't end up playing out for too long. You know what I mean? So watch that very carefully. DXY trying to come back up. BTC is trying to break out as we speak. ETH is trying to break out as we speak. Let's see. Here we go. Is trying to break out. One sec, guys. One sec. Yo, I'm back. So Bitcoin's trying to break out, guys. ETH. Yeah, see, look at that. Don't get too carried away on this move. ETH is getting an initial rejection off the top here. Initial rejection off the top. And I told you guys, that might be a place where I put in a short position. Do I want to put in a short position there? Well, we'll find out. But 21,538. Come on, BTC. Get some momentum, man. We need some momentum. Yeah, guys, I muted the stream. Thanks, bunch of Captain Obviouses. Holy moly, man. Holy moly. Oh, I'm unmuted. You can hear me now. You can hear me. Wait, Samantha back? Where's Samantha? Guys, I did not ban Samantha. You know what I'm saying? Like, Samantha's not banned. He's trolling. If he's telling you I banned him, I did not ban him. Okay? He's trolling at this point. Unless he's in here. Where's Samantha, man? All right. Yeah, so ETH's getting topped out, guys. If I was, maybe it depends on if I get off stream, okay, relatively shortly here, maybe that's a point where I go short on ETH. But at the moment, I think all is good. BTC still trying to break up. Matic still at the top here. Let's see what else we got. And this is another reason why I expect another move to the upside. Right, one more hit. It would just make a lot of sense from a structure standpoint, right? If they want to smack it up here again, you sort of have this double top right at the 200 EMA, right? Matic breaks up, takes this red vector candle here, tests the 200 EMA, and then smacks back down to the downside. It's basically what I look for there. Let's see, anything else coming up? Not really, man. Nothing really going down. Nothing going down here. Nothing going down. Gala has an interesting point. So Gala's coming up a little bit. Gala's at a very interesting point, man. I actually don't mind the Gala chart. You have previous highs, came up, back tested the previous highs. As far as a close goes, too. I mean, you could argue that it was up here. But it looks like right now, nice bounce there. if you can get this, so what I like to call this is you get 3 red hits to the downside, and then you want to see the green bullish engulfing candle, right? So if you get 1, 2, 3, boom, green bullish engulfing candle, and then pump up to the upside, that's what I look for Gala. It's not a bad setup there for Gala. If you're looking for more of a swing, if you expect BTC to break out here, which looks like BTC is coming back down. Classic BTC, man. You gotta love classic BTC. ETH, rejection right off the top of the wedge, man. Respect the wedge. Respect the wedge formation. Shit show at Panda. I kind of want some Panda. I want some Panda. Maj, you want Panda? She wants Qdoba. She wants Qdoba. That's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, you know what? I kind of want some General Gauss chicken. I might get General Gauss chicken tonight, guys. I might get General Gauss chicken. I'm going on vacation in a week, and I'm like, dude, I should be eating a little bit healthy because I'm probably gonna be going nuts, eating like massive sandwiches on vacation. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You got to enjoy life a little bit, you know, and that includes eating good food. In my personal opinion, like you take it for what you will. That includes eating good food. All right, so still waiting on these moves, guys. All right, what time is it? 10:34. I'm probably gonna call a stream because I got stuff I want to do. By the way, you guys told me that you want to see a channel with the characters. So like, you know, Bob, Jabba, non-crypto related, kind of like little comedy skits. I'm going to be starting to make that today. Okay, it's not going to be coming out today, but that would be kind of fun. I do like doing stuff like that. So I'm probably going to be making that today. So yeah, I'm going to be making that. So a lot of you guys are asking for that. And I'm also going to be making a video on my other channel talking about, you know, we made a video on why the reasons why the Bitcoin bottom could be in. Today we'll talk about just basically a video of the reasons why the bottom might not be in. Okay, just to go based off the reasons why Bitcoin, the bottom, might not be in. So you'll be seeing that on the other channel coming up probably in a couple hours. So look out for that too. Have a fantastic day, guys. Fantastic day. Once again, pay attention here because ETH has got a bearish pattern. Might give you a clue on what BTC is going to do, but BTC is breaking out. So it's like, it's this weird little thing that BTC and ETH kind of do the opposite things. Pay attention. You know, I respect the wedge formations until they don't work. You know, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens there, guys. Have a fantastic day. Catch you guys on the other channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the stream. See what happens today, man. Stock markets look like they're coming up a little bit. DXY looks like they're coming down a little bit, but that can change very quickly. BTC, if the stock markets go up, Bitcoin is probably going to get at least a little bit of a rise. All right. So adios. Peace. 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 Ba, 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 ba. Peace, guys. Don't do anything I'm going to do. Don't panic, sell your crypto. Most of all, don't panic, sell your crypto. And don't be afraid to take profits on the bear market pumps. See you guys. And yes, I probably will get General Gao tonight. Not right now. Not right now. But for dinner, probably looking at that, my friends. All right. Peace out, guys. Peace.